Hi guys, so this is my first vlog for, sorry, I just put my finger in front of the camera. So I'm vlogging my journey through veganism. I chose to be a vegan because of the way the world is at the moment. I'm trying to do the better choices, make the better choice. You can't do a choice, but you can make a better choice. And I'm trying to just improve my life and hopefully that of farm animals too. Well, all animals. I am a massive animal activist. Anyone who has me on Facebook would know this, that I am big on the... No. Sorry, my dog wants to eat my food. I'm big on the animal activism. I'm not very fond of animal abusers or animal cruelty. And I was big on that scene for a long time, and then I realized that I couldn't just do that with domestic animals. So that would be, well, pets, as such, like dogs and cats. And all animals, bunnies, mice. Tequila, no. Sorry. My dogs are interrupting my vlogging big time. So I decided to become a vegan because I had to start becoming a voice for farm animals too, because often I share videos and stuff on the cruelty that happens in farms, and yet I would still sit down to a steak or mince or a boerewors roll or something like that, and I realized that that wasn't right. I couldn't really be sitting here saying don't harm these animals, give them better living conditions, and sit down to a steak. So until that changes in such a way that these animals start living a more humane life and not just having humane killings or death, which is not even humane because it's just awful watching these videos, you realize that these animals don't die nicely. They don't die humanely. It's just absolutely horrific. And it's not just cows and stuff, it's all animals. I'm also big on the faux fur story with fake fur, where real fur is being used and being brought across as fake fur. That's horrible. And I actually finally saw a video of how they kill these poor babies, and it devastated me. So I decided that this is my calling, because I felt very lost for a while, and it was quite a big thing for me to change my lifestyle. I was big on cheeseburgers, big on steak. I love my steak. And now that was one of the main reasons, but it's not just that. You get rid of your dairy, you get rid of your eggs, everything. Anything that was once an animal, part of an animal, anything, you have to change the whole way you live. And that kind of hit me hard, because now I can't enjoy my chocolates. That's another thing I love. And can't have my cupcakes, I can't. But beauty with veganism is they found the alternatives, and people have been doing these things for years already. So they've found these alternatives and better ways to do these things. We don't necessarily have to have dairy. People are lactose intolerant for a reason. There's a reason why people are not supposed to be having milk. We're not cows. Babies drink milk, not humans who are fully grown. But anyway, so I actually wanted to vlog about my second supper as a vegan. I thought maybe this would be a great idea to maybe just vlog it. Maybe give some hope and stuff, because I felt very lost and insecure with my vegan choices. A lot of people that I spoke to, when I told them I'm being a vegan, they told me, oh, don't be silly, you're not helping anyone, you're one person. And that's the same story they tell everybody who decides to open up an animal rescue or a sanctuary for these animals, or for any animals. They tell them, oh, but what are you going to do? You're one person. Yeah, you might not change the world, but for that one dog or one animal or one cow, you change their whole world. And that's important. So by me keeping meat and dairy and things off of my plate, I'm actually helping those animals. Everyone's still arguing with me about how, yeah, but they're going to be slaughtered anyway. But eventually, when it becomes a global thing, which it is starting to become, it's going to change the whole world. And I was actually having this discussion with my dad about how we need meat, and we've always been meat eaters. That's why we have canines and stuff, and that's fair. We originated as hunter-gatherers. The thing is, we hunted our food. We didn't grow them in our in factories and in massive areas where they treated like awful. They got to live free lives and roam, and they had a fair chance of escaping. It's like in the wild, a leopard, if it chases a gazelle, the gazelle gets away. The leopard doesn't go to the shop and buy a steak. The leopard then goes on another hunt for another gazelle until he has food. And this has become out of hand. If it wasn't on such a global scale and so massive, it'd be a huge different thing. So veganism is mostly the best way to curb this, because plant-based proteins are so much better for you than meat. Meat, when it's cooked, it actually loses its protein, so it's actually not that great. Dried meats are actually a bit better, like in South Africa we have biltong. America they have jerky. Those are a lot better because they're not cooked and the proteins are kept and sure. But things like black beans has almost double, if not triple, maybe more, the value for a human body than a steak does. So it's actually impractical for us to be eating so much meat. Our bodies, that's what the appendix was for, so that we could digest fiber. That's why we have such appendixes. We have massive appendixes. And the reason why they rupture and they start poisoning people's bodies is because people aren't taking enough fiber for them to be used. And that's the whole point of this. That's why we have an appendix. And yes, evolution states that we are now that we are losing our appendixes in certain parts of our bodies, but that's because we're evolving into a different type of species than what we were supposed to be. But so yeah, instead of me lecturing everybody, let me show you my food. So maybe I have to do it this way. So this is my mince, macaroni and mince, but it is vegan mince, which is completely plant-based and it tastes amazing. Fry's Family Foods Co. is actually, this is from them. They're actually amazing. I will not lie, I've only started veganism in the last 2 days. So yesterday I went and bought my fruits and I had the pops. Oh my word, they were amazing. Had chicken nuggets for lunch today. The chicken nuggets. I've had schnitzel yesterday, which was amazing. So I'm absolutely pleasantly surprised at how delicious this stuff is, and it's really changing the way that I look at vegan foods, because I was like, oh my gosh, raw veggies, and I had the common stupid idea that vegans eat raw foods, and I was really ignorant. But now I'm absolutely flabbergasted. Oh, woo, bad English there. Flabbergasted. That's me trying to use high English, guys. No, it's not even high English. Oh, that's funny. Anyway, I'm quite surprised, and I really, really am enjoying this. And only downfall is that it's rather expensive. Well, in my life, for me, with the money that I earn, it's cheaper. It is expensive, but obviously I can substitute it with things like pastas and potatoes and stuff that I can actually grow myself, which will save me a lot of money. And it's really only the fake meat foods that are the costly stuff. The rest is not. So you don't even have to do this. You can make your own. There's a lot of that. You don't even have to eat this to get your protein. You can. I got a friend today who sent me a shout out to you, Estelle, who sent me pictures today on what different types of foods, proteins they have, and that actually helps quite a lot. So you do get quite a bit of proteins from raw foods, and so you don't necessarily have to spend the money on these already made foods. I just did it because I wanted to I've never done vegan. I did quite a bit of research, mostly because I've wanted to do this for a while, and I started by buying all my beauty products, like my shampoos, my creams. All my stuff is vegan. No animals were tested on it. It's Beauty Without Cruelty approved, all of that. So that's where my baby steps. So that was really awesome. And then it was decide to do the complete change in getting the foods now. And I'm very happy, I won't lie to you. But it is an adjustment, it is a change, especially going out and stuff with my boyfriend. I have to watch what I can order. It makes it a little bit difficult, but one or two things, you try and make it work, or you just eat before you go out. If you're going to go drink or whatever, go have a good time, you need to just do one or two things. Like, I was lucky, we went out and they didn't have anything really other than salad, and I don't always feel like a salad, like really I don't. And so I decided that I was really upset by it, because it really made me very upset. So then I saw crumb mushrooms and I was like, okay, here we go. And then I saw chip baskets, so I was like, sweet, there we go, sort that out. Ate that. It made my night, so it was fine. I was really upset over the fact that they didn't have more vegan options other than a salad, but at least I had that and onion rings and all those things, so at least I was happy about that. So that made me at least have something to eat. So it's a bit of a difficulty, but anyway, I just want to show you. So it actually kind of looks like a little bit of mince, like if you cook mince, and it really tastes like mince. That is the scary part, it really tastes like mince. That's the thing, this food always tastes like meat, but it's not meat, which is so weird. It's actually really, really awesome. Makes transitioning much easier. So that's fantastic. But yeah, so here's my my vlog and my bit about veganism and just my start and my beliefs and all of this. So anyway, so that was fun. So I'll keep you guys updated as my vegan journey continues. Cheers.